Now we are inside the VMware Cloud Foundation installer, and this is the deploy VCF Fleet workflow. This screen is very important because here we decide whether we are deploying everything fresh or reusing existing components. This step is called existing components. VCF allows us to reuse already deployed components instead of deploying new ones every time. This is commonly used in brownfield deployments, expanding an existing VCF environment, then lab to production transitions. On the right side, you can clearly see the VCF architecture layer. At the top, we have the VCF fleet, which include VCF operation, automation. We have a VCF instance, and inside the instance management domain, vCenter, NSX manager, vSphere cluster, SDDC manager. This diagram helps you understand what belongs to the fleet level and what belongs to the instance level. We are not going to cover this one at this time. We are focusing on this existing components. So the first options on the existing component is VCF operations. If you already have a VCF operations instance deployed, you can select this checkbox to reuse it. This instance will act as the central management and lifecycle engine for the entire VCF fleet. So important point to consider here is if this VCF operations instance is already connected to a fleet or automation instance, it will automatically become part of this new fleet. Then the second one is VMware vCenter. Here we can choose to reuse an existing vCenter as the management domain vCenter. This is very common in brownfield scenarios where vCenter already exists, host and cluster are already configured, and we want to convert this environment into VCF. VMware strongly recommends that if you are selecting an existing VCF operation instance, you should also select the same vCenter where VCF operations is already deployed. This avoids compatibility and ownership issue later in the deployment. So the description here is very simple. If you want a greenfield deployment, don't select anything here. If you already have VCF operations or vCenter, select the relevant components. The installer will validate compatibility automatically in later steps. Once you select the required existing components, click next to continue with the general information where we define the fleet level details. This step sets the foundation for the entire VCF deployment. VCF Fleet allows reuse of existing vCenter and VCF operations components to support brownfield and scalable deployments. That's what we need to understand on this existing components page.